Hi everyone, right, today I'm going to be showing you how to use the Sweet Stamp by Amy Cakes. Today I'm using the Elegant set. Now this is how they come. You'll see the uppercase and the lowercase letters on these boards. These boards are fantastic because once you've actually took the letter away, I was curious as to how you would store them. You place them back onto the board and they just hold in place so they fit perfectly into your drawer. I have a couple of sets here. This is a smaller set that can be used on cupcakes or even cookies. And I would also advise that you do get the brushes that Amy sells. So I've got a set of brushes here just because they are so fine, and as long as you have the correct tools, once you have embossed your letters, it's very easy to paint. What I want to do now is just release the letters that I'm going to be using for my embossing. So on here I want a C and an M. I'm using a needle to help release them and a small piece of tacky fondant. Some of them will come out easier than others because I've already used this mat once before. So the M has come out very easily. Now on the C, when we get to that, you will notice this little sharp section in the bottom left-hand corner of the letter. That's actually a piece of plastic that's been purposefully cut out. So if we use our tacky fondant over the top first, we can remove it, but then we've got a little space there where we can just get our needle gently underneath the letter to help remove it. Whatever you do, do not force anything. Do not accidentally break these letters, which you will do if you force them. They're very strong, they're very versatile, but just take your time with it. Remember what I said, once you've used the sets over and over and over again, you will be able to release them an awful lot easier. Simply repeat this process with all of the fonts that you need. All I've done here is cover my cake drum with some fresh fondant, and now I'm going to align all of my letters before we start the embossing process. I'm going to need to use the S that is already part of this word for the ending. So what I'm going to do now is start pushing down gently each of my letters, just so it creates a lovely embossed effect on my cake drum. Then when we've pushed them all down using some tweezers, I will be lifting up the S, placing it at the end of the word, and again pushing that down. It won't hurt leaving these pushed into the fondant for a while, but now I'm going to remove the R from this word as well, again using my tweezers and being very careful not to damage the fondant around it. But look at this lovely embossed effect it leaves behind. I've removed the R because now I'm going to repeat this process but with the word merry just above it. So as soon as you have finished pushing down every single letter, it's time to remove them all, again very gently using some tweezers. But just look at the simple but striking effect that this kit leaves behind. I do believe that this would be great for hobby bakers because it looks extremely complex, but it is so simple and easy to create. And that is how you give a cake drum a wow factor. Very simple, very easy, and all we need to do now is paint it. So I've left this board just to set. You'll find fondant an awful lot easier to paint on if you let it dry first, because it's Christmas set, I'm choosing to use the Rainbow Dust Metallic Blue. It's got a lovely dark midnight blue effect. And again, the paintbrushes by Amy's Cakes, I'm using the smallest one that comes with the set. Just look how fine it is. And we're going to take our time and I'm going to show you how to paint them. So I don't bore you to death, I'm just going to be painting the one letter on camcorder and I will fast forward it for you. This is using the very, very fine brush and just look how easy it is. I have embossed them quite far down. I'm not fantastic with a paintbrush, so logically to me, the deeper the letter is embossed into that fondant, the less likely you are to make a mistake. So if you're the same as me, if you're not that confident with a paintbrush, just make your embossed letter deeper like I have here. I've really pushed it in there. Take your time, just paint each one and I will show you the finished result. And this is the sort of effect it achieves. It's really simple. Anybody can do it, but it gives your cakes the wow factor, which is why I think they're so worth investing in. I think they're fantastic and I'm going to be purchasing more sets in the future just to make my cakes stand out from others. They're simple, they're striking, and again, you've seen how easy it is. Yes, it can be a bit time consuming with the painting aspect. However, I don't paint very often, so I think the more you do something, the faster you get. Happy baking, everyone, and I'll be back soon with more new content.